Imagine that you are engaged in a contest with a trickster. The trickster's goal is to distract you, to get a reaction out of you. Meanwhile, your job is to not react to the trickster. You observe them, but you do not interfere. No matter what the trickster does, you do not engage with them. You are aware of them, but you do not speak to them. You simply watch, as if nothing they do could provoke you. The trickster pokes you, it prods you, it jumps up and down, it makes funny faces, it shouts at you, it breaks down crying and asks for your help. It tries to kick you. It strikes up an astonishing conversation about philosophy. It starts telling you stories about your ex. And still you don't react to it. You watch and observe and are aware, and yet you remain silent. Eventually the trickster gets bored and goes away. Shikantaza meditation can be like this. Shikantaza is a form of Zazen and originates in the Zen tradition. Unlike Shamatha meditation from Theravada Buddhism, Shikantaza does not directly emphasize the development of intense concentration. And unlike Transcendental Meditation, which was developed by a Hindu monk, Shikantaza also does not emphasize the development of physiological relaxation. Instead, Shikantaza cultivates stillness and non-attachment. The ultimate goal of Shikantaza is to learn how to transcend thought completely. It can sometimes place more emphasis on willpower than other forms of meditation and may strengthen the will as a side effect. Despite these differences from other forms of practice, Shikantaza still cultivates many of the recognized benefits of meditation, such as calmness, tranquility, and improved cognition. The technique centers around a concept called non-doing. It has also been called the method of no method. Despite these mysterious descriptions, the method is actually very simple. To practice, you drop all intentions to do anything whatsoever. Imagine dropping your arms, dropping your shoulders, and staring blankly off into space. It can be a little similar to just relaxing on the beach and letting go of all your worries. However, Shikantaza emphasizes vigilance and letting go simultaneously, so you will want to emphasize wakefulness when practicing this meditation. Attempting to describe a meditation is like trying to describe the correct posture for doing a push-up or a pull-up. Or it can be like adjusting your posture when performing a yoga pose. Raise your arms slightly, lift the chin, deepen your stance. All of these minor adjustments improve the effectiveness of the exercise. Similarly, adjusting your mental posture while practicing meditation can make all the difference. For Shikantaza, you will want to emphasize vigilance, ease, and non-interference. Additionally, on the sliding scale between attention and awareness, Shikantaza tends to emphasize awareness over attention. When describing a meditation, we are trying to describe a mental posture, similar to how one might try to describe a yoga posture. It is not mysterious or complex, but because it is mental, it is also invisible. This makes it hard for your yoga instructor to come up to you and say, raise your arm higher or deepen your stance. But in reality, this is all we are doing when we describe a practice. We are trying to show you how to position your mind in order to practice optimally. So, for the instructions I'm about to give, I am describing a particular mental state and a particular kind of mental activity. They point to something real and specific. The mental state is very concrete and very accessible, but the words that capture it in language can seem abstract. Keep this in mind as I describe the practice. We are trying to assume a specific mental posture, and the whole practice simply consists of holding this mental posture for an extended duration. Alright, here are the instructions. Drop all intentions. Drop all effort. Drop all expectations. Release all thoughts. Let whatever happens, happen. Allow awareness to rest within the field of experience, and allow the field of experience to shift and change as it will. These instructions can seem enigmatic, so let's try to simplify them. What we are really getting at here is this concept of dropping. We drop intention, we drop effort, we drop thoughts, we drop every intention to change anything. We drop all efforts to concentrate or to prevent mind wandering. We simply do nothing at all. When you remove all intention from the equation, what remains is the momentum of the past. For as long as you remain in this state of no intentions, that momentum will lose energy until it eventually begins to peter out. Cultivating this non-interference eventually leads to the ability to see past thought and can lead to the transcendence of thought. When that happens, your awareness is no longer bound by the thought stream, and you are able to mentally move with a freedom that you had not experienced before. The fundamental move of Shikantaza is to drop. It is like opening your hand to let go of what you are holding, like sitting down after a long hike, like going to bed after a hard day's work, like leaving the movie theater halfway through, like quitting your job, like setting the groceries down on the table, like dropping your laundry on the floor. It is about the cessation of action. It is completely normal. It is very easy. You can already do it. You do it all the time. It is not a mystery, just like doing a push-up is not a mystery. You move your arms in a specific motion, you do this repeatedly, and you develop strength. Similarly, with Shikantaza, you repeatedly drop, cease, halt, stop. You engage in non-engagement. You take the action of ending the process. Some other analogies can be helpful here. Imagine gaping at a white wall with an open mouth and a blank facial expression, or imagine empty space within and underneath everything. If you've ever simply sat there and done nothing, letting the mind wander without really being involved in your thoughts, you have had an experience that is somewhat like the mental posture we are describing. However, Shikantaza is more formal, vigilant, and intentional. It is intentionally non-intentional. Again, we are describing a concrete mental posture. Since we can't physically show you, we have to try to show you in language. You, by contrast, are going to have to take our words and use them to try and find that mental posture we are describing. Once you find this posture, all you have to do is continue in that state. Drop into a non-intentional state and stay there for the duration of your practice. Whenever you realize that you have been pulled into a train of thought, simply let go of the thought and re-engage with the practice of non-engagement. This can even mean letting the thought continue to play itself out. You don't halt the thought, you simply stop supplying energy to the thought. It is a subtle difference, and one that you can learn through practice. All the while, remain engaged in awareness. Remain aware, observe, and watch your experience. Practice for as long as you wish. Practice times range from a few minutes to an hour, and 20 minutes is standard. The routine that you should be doing is the one that you can do. Decide for yourself how long you want to practice for, and allow this decision to change as your relationship to the practice evolves.